Actually, I'm on my phone right now. I'm just helping my buddy out because his trunk won't open on his Chrysler 300, so I'm just here helping him try and get it sorted out right here at the shop. This is a 2013 Chrysler 300 that I'm working on. The electronic latch, that operates the trunk, has failed. So when you push the button on the inside, it doesn't do anything. When you try to release it with the key fob, it doesn't do anything. On up, I'll show you what it looks like here so you know what you're looking for when you go inside the car. So this is the latch right here. This is the latch you're looking for inside. When you pop open the back seat, you'll pull this and that'll allow you to open the trunk. You may need somebody to help you, further lift it up. But as I said, this is the Chrysler. If you push the button right here, nothing happens. And also with the key, nothing happens. So if you go around here, open up the back door, and you'll find the little hook right here, and just pull the back seats there, and you'll see you have access to the trunk. I suggest pushing the front seat all the way forward. That way you can lay this seat flat and you can crawl in there. But as you can see, that little handle is right back there in the back. You can see the light. You need to reach back there and pull that out, and that will open the trunk up, and then we can work from the outside of the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that now. Okay, you can see I got the trunk open now. Like I said, you're gonna just pull on this here handle, and that'll operate the lever. You just need to take off this here carpeted type cover. It's just held on by a bunch of these here little plastic pins. You can just use a flathead screwdriver to come behind them and just pull them out. There's 3 right here on the bottom side. You may not even have to go that far as to pull that off. Really, only ones you need to worry about are the ones that are close to the latch itself. There's that one right there, and this one right here, and then there's another one right here by the pull handle, and then there's also another one on the other side right there. I am probably not going to pull this entire thing off. By all means, you can if you want. That will probably make it easier for you. But if you look in there, there's a Torx bit. It looks like a T25 or a T30. I don't know for sure because I don't plan on taking that off. I'm just going to do the bare minimum by just pulling off this one, that one, and probably that one over there, and then just pulling this here carpet down just enough to get at the latch. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that now. Okay, so as I said, I was able to just pull off this one here on the left hand side, the plastic tab, and then the 2 by the latch, and that was all I needed to I had to maneuver it a little bit around this guy here, just pull back the carpet some, and that will expose everything. Now if you look under here, it is only held on by 2 10mm screws. You can see both, and the electrical harness right here. What you'll need to do is you can pretty much come up behind it with a flathead screwdriver right here, and just take that off here. Let me get a screwdriver real quick. Come up under it like this with a flathead screwdriver. Like so. Pull that out, and then you can go on ahead and loosen up this 10 and that 10, and the latch will come right off. It's pretty self-explanatory. When you do put the new screws into place, don't forget to put this ground wire back into place in the same location you got it from. I'm not going to be able to show you guys me taking off this latch, but like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory because I can't hold my wrench and a phone at the same time. So let me pull this off real quick. So as you can see, I have installed a new one. I'm going to push the button. You can see that when I push the button, it works and does exactly what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to go on ahead and just go on ahead and slip this guy back into the hole it goes into right here, and then you can go on ahead and just feed this on up here and put the fasteners back on, and that'll be it. So Like I said, this is pretty straightforward for these cars. It'd probably take you about 10 minutes to whip this out real quick if you have done a few of them before. So if you have any questions or comments, please ask them in the comment section below. Again, I apologize, this is on my phone, just doing a video real quick. I usually, will take the time to record on my camera, but I think this should be sufficient, and it should help you guys out doing whatever it is you need to do. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Share this with your friends. I will see you guys the next time.